What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about Carx Street. They actually released a tiny update 1.7.2. This was in the PCR just a little while ago. They released this on Steam and it's got new tire physics, so we're going to check that out today. All right, let's go. All right, so here it is. This is the update, the 1.7.2 update. I did this in a video not too long ago talking about a bunch of different changes coming to Carx Street, and this was the immediate update that was on the horizon. It's now available for all players on Steam. I don't know if this is going to go to Xbox as well, but it definitely is in the Steam version. I think it did go to the Xbox version as well. I think they're updating the game simultaneously. Anyways, I'm on Steam. This is what we've got. So the thing that intrigued me the most was the new tire physics. And so today we're going to try those out and see what we feel. All right, so I've got my FST, my little Focus, and I've got Racing Plus tires installed. These were the tires that had the most grip. They offered the best turning radius, the best performance in racing applications. Obviously, if you wanted to go more drifty, you could go all the way to the left here with the street tires, and it would give you a lot more of like a looser feel. These tires were absolutely gripped up, so much so that like front wheel drive, all wheel drive cars tend to understeer, particularly in those like hairpin situations, real tight corners. You had to go really slow in order to get the car to rotate. And so I think, and I'm not 100% sure, but we're going to try out one of these time trials. I think this update actually addressed that. I have the Racing Plus tires on, so this should be the grippiest, like best handling version of this car. So anyways, there is a time trial right here. You notice it does have some tighter turns, so we're gonna give this a shot. It is a C3 and I can run this Focus ST. Here we go. A lot of wheel spin off the line, Mr. Focus. All right, so far so good. Oh, that's a lot more rotation right there. That actually was, wait, that was really surprising. I hit the brakes and the car just rotated. Like I lost grip, but it actually made sense. Hold on. Hit a rock, don't worry about it. We're still going. Okay. All right. Feels okay. That's a big rock, baby. There's a tighter turn. Oh, okay. Still a little bit of understeer there. I'm not sure what happened on that first turn. The car rotated so nicely. Okay, it seems like it has to do with throttle. So like when I'm on the throttle a lot, when I'm off the throttle, the car wants to do that. See how it rotates out? That's actually pretty nice though. That means we can, okay, wait. What do we get? That's like not a very good score, but it's gotta be, I need to get top 250 for the car. 230. Let's go. I gotta feel the way this goes again. What do the times look like on the leaderboard? 126. I'm at 139. I got a long way to go to catch up to these guys. I'm not really sure what I'm feeling here. It feels like the car is a little bit more like willing to rotate, but then it definitely grips up on throttle. See how the car rotates a lot? I'm not sure that's the best way to take that. I should take that with a late apex. I'm going very fast through here. Can we just cut this? Woo, that's rocky. Oh, we're gonna try that cut again, but we gotta hit it nice. All right, we're going fast again. I didn't even see the big boulder there, dude. That's I don't know if that's actually going to work. There's a jump there that's really throwing the car off. All right, let's go do this controlled instead. That rock don't matter at all, dude. See the rotation? Turning with no throttle. Absolute rotation right there. Little bit of brake and the back end goes out. That's nice, dude. Oh, little understeer there. I could have taken that way better. All right, I think we got a better time. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. What do we got? 231. Wait, did I go up? What happened? I got a better time, but I went up. Hold on. Nah, that's what I thought, dude. 192. I was like, dude, I got a better time. I beat the ghost and I went up. All right, since this ends in a day, I think I should be all right with a 192. I get the mystery car here. I'm not sure exactly what it was or what it is, but I think I did all right with a Focus. We got a lot of R33s here on the list. There's an R33 is sort of like the meta of the game right now. You got that and, you know, the Evo and the Civic and a couple of others that are like sort of that, you know, that primo meta car. And the Focus ST is like, I think it's pretty good for like a front wheel drive car, but it's definitely not like top tier meta. So I'm happy with this score. I'm within 10 seconds or within 8 seconds of the WR right now, and I'm in the top 250. So I'm going to leave this alone. But in terms of the way the car feels, I'm actually pretty happy with this. Now it does feel a little bit more loose. Like if you're used to the cars just completely gripping up, this one feels way more loose. It feels like the car is going to break traction in the back of the car, but as soon as you get on the throttle, the car wants to grip up and oversteer. So I don't know if that's intended, but it's okay. It's a mechanic that you can get used to, and then you can sort of like learn how to manipulate and drive. I obviously am not like super skilled at it yet. This is my first time jumping on here to try those new tire physics. So that's just with the Racing Plus tires. I'm curious to see how a street tire feels on a C3. I don't really know if this is going to be any different, but we're going to change it and see how it goes. Now, obviously, I don't want to go down to like a street or a street plus, because that puts me all the way into the drift category, and I don't want to be drifting the car, especially for time trials. So what I'm going to do is go down to a sport plus, which still keeps me on the race side of things, but I want to see how this feels in comparison to how it felt before. Usually with some of these tires, you just get a lot of understeer and a lot of drifting. So we'll see what happens. It might be the same, but I definitely noticed a big difference on those Racing Plus tires. So let's go back and do that time trial one more time. All right, here we go. We got the tests. Oh my gosh, still burning out. Let's grip up. We're losing a lot to the ghost, dude. Okay, pretty loosey-goosey around that first corner. Very loose. And I'm still supposed to be on sort of a race tire. I don't think this is going to be the way to go. Let's see what happens around this turn. Yeah, I just lost it all. Yeah, there's no way. For time trials, this is just not it. This tire understeers like crazy. Then when you get it into the corner, it likes to oversteer. There's no way you can actually race with this tire. The braking distance is worse also. So as you go down the tire scale, the tires definitely feel worse. Now for drifting, this might actually be better, you know? I'm not really sure. But like, look at how much I have to get the car to rotate just to make the corner. It's yeah, it's not good. You definitely want Racing Plus tires if you're time trialing. To be fair, I wasn't like seeing if these were going to be better than the Racing Plus tires. I just wanted to see if they would be different, and it turns out they are definitely different. A lot looser, a lot slower as well. All right, lastly, let's take a look at how it feels with a drift car. So let me grab my C5 FLD and let's see how this feels on like just a basic drift trial. All right, so for this one, we've got the street tires installed. This is what I'm using on the drift build currently. This is what I use to get points. I think if I was just drifting around the streets, I like a little bit more grip on the tire, but this one offers the best drifting, the best angles for points. And so that's what I'm using for this one. I don't know how this is going to feel, but obviously they messed with the way the gripping feels. And, you know, I think grip racing feels a little bit better actually. So we'll see what happens with the drifting. It might make it feel better or maybe worse. So let's see. It feels a little more grippy, dude. It's weird. I don't want to. It's very strange. It's like it won't allow a big angle. This is a very high speed drift course. We could definitely benefit from a little bit of a grippier tire there. I got 3rd rating. I don't even know what I did. I feel like it was pretty hard to keep the slide alive. because it was so grippy. Like the car wanted to straighten up and go grip. Let me try a different one. All right, here we go. Oh man, I've never really had that problem. I every once in a while I spin around, but not like on a corner that easy. Weird. Oh, that's wall. I am so unfamiliar with this trial. It feels like the angle is limited, man. You used to be able to get like this insanely big angle. And I know some of you guys would be like, oh, it's a skill issue. And I agree with you. It is a skill issue. But it used to be easier for me to do. If that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like, yes, it's a skill issue, but it was easier. So the skill issue wasn't as much of an issue. I got to retry that. I got fourth or something? I don't want to touch the wall, dude. Let's keep this drift alive. A C5 car on this track is wild. Got it to rotate back. Rating fourth. What do I have to do to get first, dude? I forgot. You can't do it again, dude. Once you do it, it disappears. You can't start it again. I don't even know what the rating was supposed to be. Rating 1 is 8,800 on this one. Let's see what we can do. I don't like the name of this one. Something about a barrel jump. Carter barrel jump. Jesus Christ. Start getting points now, baby. Maximum angle. Slow down, slow down, slow down. I'm definitely not hitting 8,000. What the hell? How do you get 8,000 on this, bro? How? This rating fifth, bro. I don't even think I messed up that much. How does somebody get 8,000 on that? You guys are insane, bro. The people that are getting 8,000 on that, kudos to you, man. Anyways, this drifting feels different, man. It feels weird. It feels like, it just feels more grippy. It feels like the car wants to grip up and go straight. It doesn't want to get as big of an angle, which I think is kind of, I don't know, it kind of is a negative, right? I mean, it doesn't feel like regular, I don't know, like Carx. I don't know what to say. Like, it's not, it just feels different. It feels different, and not necessarily in a bad way, I guess, but just something I'm gonna have to get used to. Like, I'm on the loosest tire, but it feels way more grippy. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's interesting that they went that route. Now, this might put more emphasis on the tuning itself, right? Like, you might have to actually tune the cars differently. And, you know, that's probably okay. It's just going to take some getting used to. Like, I'm going to have to, like, go back to the drawing board with this and set the car up a little bit differently in order to get the same type of slip angle that I'm looking for. You know, I want to have a big drift angle because that's how you get points. It's not like you can't do it. Like, look at the angle I can get on this without over rotating. See? It's not like you can't do it, but the car's so grippy that it's hard to keep it, like, without a lot of room, you know, especially on those drift trials that are pretty tight. The car just wants to drive forward as opposed to be sliding. So, which is not necessarily a bad thing. I feel like it does seem like maybe slightly more realistic. I don't know. It's different from what the game used to offer. I don't know. It's not jarring, but it's definitely different. You can definitely feel that it's different. Anyways, that's kind of all I wanted to show you guys in the video, man. The tire physics specifically are different. different levels of grip going up the, up and down the tire scale there from street all the way up to Racing Plus. They feel different. I tried the street ones, tried the Racing Plus, and it feels very, very different from what I'm used to. So I don't know if this is a good or bad thing. I think the racing is definitely a good thing. The Racing Plus feels way better in terms of being able to get the car to rotate in those tighter corners, in those hairpins. It definitely feels easier to do that, and I think that's a good thing. That's a good thing. That can be learned, and we can tune a little bit more for that as well. So that's kind of nice. I like that. The drifting, I'm kind of undecided on that part. So thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate it. Hope you guys are having fun with Carx Street, and we'll have another stream probably this week with some Carx Street. Thank you guys. I appreciate it. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.